Hi everyone, welcome back to Supergrad's Cat YouTube channel. I'm Neelam Chauhan, an alumnus from IIM Kozhikode, and in today's session, we are exploring a very interesting topic, which is all about MBA in Business Analytics. So, over the past few years, there has been this trend of multiple IIMs and even other coveted management institutes launching specialty management programs. For example, you might be aware of the PGP Finance program launched by IIM Kozhikode in 2020. Even IIM Lucknow has been running its specialty management program in agribusiness management for a couple of years now, right? And one such very sought after and very interesting course is MBA in Business Analytics, and that is what we are here to discuss today. So let's have a quick look on the broader topics that we are going to cover in this session. So to start with, we discuss what exactly is the role of a business analyst, what exactly business analytics entails, and what are the kinds of skill set that you can expect to acquire if you decide to sign up for this course. Right? Next, we move on and discuss why business analytics is important in the bigger picture and how does it adds value to the businesses. And from here, we can also understand why is this such a sought after course, not only by the candidates, but also by companies across different industries. Next, we move on to discuss any prerequisites or any kind of skill sets that you might be expected to have before you decide to sign up for this course in the first place. For example, you might be having questions around, do I need to know programming or statistics or mathematics before I sign up for an MBA in business analytics? We'll also have a look at such points, right? And finally, we conclude by discussing multiple colleges that are currently offering this program and also what is the criteria for getting into these colleges, right? So coming back to the question, what business analytics exactly is. To put it simply, business analytics is the simple science to analyze ton loads of raw data and extract meaningful and actionable insights from the same. For example, today let's say a company is trying to understand how its sales revenue has changed over the past couple of years. For this, it needs to just run a simple descriptive analytics and understand how the change in sales revenue has been over the past couple of years, right? In a second example now, let's say a company is trying to understand correlation between two different phenomena. For example, a company launched an ad campaign a few months back and now it's trying to understand कि वो ad campaign का sales revenue पे कुछ फर्क पड़ा है कि नहीं. So for this, it needs to run a diagnostic analysis on the set of data and it can answer questions like this. कि actually में कोई correlation था कि नहीं between the ad campaign and the sales revenue. Taking it one step further, companies can also run predictive analytics to understand how the data is going to look like in future based upon what has already happened in the past. For example, let's say an energy supply company might be interested in knowing what the consumption pattern is going to look like in the coming winters so that it can adjust its demand and supply accordingly. So important questions like these companies are able to answer through data analytics and make an informed decision through this. And this is how they are also able to alter and adjust their overall business strategy. So now, having already discussed what business analytics broadly entails, let's also quickly address one major confusion that I've seen among students, which is difference between data science and business analytics, right? So on one hand, while data science, as the name itself suggests, is more academic in nature, by which I mean it does not just involve gathering and analyzing of data, but it also involves academic research into topics like algorithmic designs. But on the other hand, the field of business analytics is more applied in nature, which means that it revolves more around solving business problems and making and helping businesses make informed decisions. And when we talk about a program like MBA in business analytics, so this is more of a space where the data science marries business know-how. So in a course like MBA in business analytics, you will be having modules which would be a mix of basic business concepts and also relevant data science concepts, right? So you must already be aware that business analytics today is one of the most sought after and one of the most in demand fields across different industries. And this results from the simple fact that in current times, we are generating a mind-boggling amount of data each day. In fact, I read this somewhere that each day globally, 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is created. And all this data is a goldmine for companies, which they are seeking to analyze to get insights into things like analyzing what are the different consumption patterns for their consumers, maybe get insights into their spending habits, or even use this data to optimize their operations and spending budgets. For example, as already discussed, a company might use this data to, establish a correlation between their sales revenue and maybe their spending budget on different advertising media. Right? So companies are looking to get questions like these answered and also at the same time looking for professionals who can do this job for them, who can take this raw data and turn this into actionable insights and feedbacks, which can then be used to guide their business strategies. So now, in case you are wondering if there are any prerequisites that you need to have or any checkboxes that you need to check before you can sign up for such a course in the first place, so, to answer that, institutes that are currently offering such courses might tend to give a higher preference to applicants who come from an engineering or science or mathematics and statistical background, or at least have some level of exposure to mathematics or programming, right? Coming to the next point, WorkX again is not at all mandatory for the full-time PGP programs in business analytics, but WorkX is definitely preferred for executive courses that are offered by the likes of ISB Hyderabad. Coming to the next point here, so tools and languages, this is not at all a mandatory requirement, but again, tools like Tableau and Power BI and even Stata for that matter, and languages like R and Python, these are some things that you might be using day in and day out once you decide to enter the field of business analytics. And so it does help to have a fair bit of understanding and idea about these platforms and tools beforehand, right? So finally, coming to the most important point regarding the institutes that are currently offering these business analytics courses and their respective admissions criteria, right? Let's quickly discuss that as well. So there are different kinds of courses currently being offered by different institutes. For example, first of all, there are these full-time 2-year residential programs, very similar to your normal PGP programs, just specialized in business analytics, currently being offered by colleges like IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, even some newer IIMs like IIM Amritsar and IIM Ranchi. Even BITS Goa has a very interesting and comprehensive management course in business analytics that you might want to check out. The written test for most of these colleges is through CAT. Again, a point to be noted here, this is not an exhaustive list of colleges that are currently offering these courses, but these are just some of the more popular courses being introduced by some of the IIMs lately. Moving on, there are also executive courses in business analytics offered by the likes of ISB and IIM Ahmedabad. Again, WorkX is something that might be a mandatory requirement for executive courses, and the written test for written score for these colleges is considered through CAT or GMAT. ISB, in fact, here also considers GRE ka score at least for the written test wala part. Correct? Finally, there are also some certification courses, some really good certification courses in business analytics. These are not full-time MBA or degree programs, but again, these would give you some amount of insights into the business analytics world and will at least help you get started. For more information on the admissions criteria for these courses, you might want to check out the official website of these institutes. So, with that, I hope this session was helpful. It helped you get a fair amount of idea about the world of business analytics. Thank you so much for your time and do keep tuning into the channel for more other such academic and non-academic related videos for your CAT preparation. And I hope to see you next time.